I'm gonna get.
Yeah, 29 for sure.
Thanks, man. Too many weapons. Yeah, I agree. Too many weapons, but we can go for it. How did Amnesia get a global emote? He did? No, he didn't. You're trolling. How did you become a commentator announcer for Hearthstone? I did it through when I was having a job at ESGN. I was like, I really want to put on a Hearthstone show match because I think Hearthstone's really fun and engaging content. At the time, it was still the beta, so I was like, okay. We went to Artosis. We're like, Artosis, if you were to build a show, what would you want to do? And Artosis like, I want team battles in Hearthstone. So we're like, okay. And he got the guys, like he got Trump and Crypticom and Strifecrow, and this rando called Savitz that no one knew. Kappa. But it was true. Savitz was kind of like an online ladder player that no one knew he was. And then they started playing, and I started commentating and stuff. So.
Battle detected.
Is it really Amnesiac? You guys are trolling, right? 3 death spites? Maybe too many weapons. I actually, now that I have so many weapons, I kind of regret not picking the what's it called? The Obsidian Destroyer #2. But dude, I mean, death spites are, it's kind of like burn, man. I mean, if at one point, if I don't have anything to do, I'll just hit face. If I have too many weapons. It's a legitimate strategy. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Let's go. Huge toad! Let's go, baby! Oh wait, no, it spawns after. I forgot. What's the story behind your ridiculously terrible workout video? So when we were doing our StarCraft League, one of the things that really separated our league from others was that we had a lot of additional content. We call it segments. And the premise of that was when we have all this kind of cool content that's surrounding the game, like, oh, this is how like you build a unique strategy around a deck, or sorry, around a build order or something. It was really engaging. So I wanted to do some lifestyle ones, like, oh, how to like stay at the computer for only like an hour and do this and that and try to like, you know, teach them some lifestyle stuff. And so I was like, oh, one of them is that, how about we teach them a workout stuff? I really like working out, I really like fitness. And my producer was like, okay, but if you do it, it has to be like really bad acting and like over the top. And actually, we hired this Playboy model. I'm gonna make sure that she does it with you, so there's a lot of like sexual tension, because it makes it more fun that way. 5, 9, 12. 12. I kind of want to go face, but Shield Main is just better. It's okay for MC Tech, because if he steals one of these minions, he only has 3 more mana. He can't really do much on those 3 mana, and I can keep pushing, because I can still do 12 damage. So that's how I kind of got into it. So like my producer's like, no, you have to turn it like really awkward and really like stupid. Originally it's gonna be pretty serious. Like, we're just gonna say like, oh, you can just do these 3 exercises every day and you'll be like much more fit. But then it's just like, no, you have to like walk into the screen kicking the air and then like wear a bunch of headband stuff and yell a lot. I'm just like, oh god. And at the time I was like this new caster in esports who never really proved anything to anybody. Like, people kind of like the sound of my voice a little bit. They're like, oh yeah, maybe he's pretty decent on camera. And so I reluctantly agreed. I basically sold my dignity, kind of like those young aspiring movie actresses in LA who just run into the black casting couches. It was all me, man. That's what I wanted. So I would do anything to get a role or to become famous, you know, that kind of attitude. It was like a complete sellout. And as you can tell, things at ESGN didn't change very much, because I was doing equally stupid stuff. This is a turn 4 play, turn 1, turn 2. You think your acting experience helps you now? It helps me relate to people who have also had bad acting experiences. How about that? I'm gonna put the Bloodsail. There's no real use for a flame juggler here. I can kill this if he hero powers. And Do you think casting CS:GO is harder than casting Hearthstone? In different ways. Like, CS:GO is harder because, you know, you can, like, when there's so much excitement and tension, you can definitely fumble with it and not properly communicate in the way it should be. But, I mean, Hearthstone is definitely challenging in its own ways because it's not naturally very exciting or even naturally very engaging unless you present it a certain way. So it's like, you know, it's not as obvious as Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike's like, oh my god, I can't believe he landed that shot with the AWP. You know, that's pretty nasty. But in Hearthstone, it's very rare. Even like the really obscure plays that have like super amount of skill and nuance to it, it's not extremely obvious. You have to like really spot it. I'm just gonna pick up the easy trade here. I know he can like Blessing of Kings and really screw me, but it feels like that would happen either way. Like Blessing of Kings would let him trade very efficiently into this. Like this, yeah, I guess so. That's pretty funny. Divine Shield wrecks him there. I kind of don't mind trading into the Cult Master. I have so much, like I have actually a lot of my late game cards already, so I'll just trade him with resources. Frodan sucked a dick to start his career. Metaphorically, yes, I did. Are you sponsored by this cat? No, this cat is actually playing the game, and I'm just kind of pretending to play. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna death spike that. I can't let that live. I love the monkey sound, it's so good. What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't in the esports industry? I'd probably be going to law school right now. I was already in the process of getting ready to take LSATs and stuff. Do you mean you watch bad movies now to support the bad actors? Yeah, I watch The In Crowd. Frodan, has the money for being a caster improved since last year? I know you talked about it in a stream last year, but it must be the highest sought for. You're like the trademark face for it. Yeah, I actually have made a lot more money 2015 than 2014. 2014 I made like... I casted like 33 or something events, and I made like 20k, and it was like barely enough to survive and do taxes. Quite pitiful, honestly. Oh, I can't do it. I need to practice my fierce monkey impersonation voice thing. Dude, that Kodo value, man, was so sick. What do you think about Athene's donation scam? I mean, Athene's done so much right in the world with the humanitarian stuff, with like Feed the Children. So I always feel bad if he gets a bad. Like I don't know why he picks the persona he does. Like, I can understand if it's like, oh, I'm just trolling, lulz, and it's like, well, why like that, man? I don't know.
No.
Well, this is kind of awkward. All my plays are not what I like. I kind of want to just weapon face and start going ham, because I can put him on a 2-turn clock. In that case, I should just play this, and then just like Death Spite. Too many weapons, man. What to do? This is going face. This is going face. Yeah, I still have lethal represented by doing this. If I was gonna do that, then I should just play Shield Maiden. I don't know what I'm thinking, man. Does Reynad not pay you? Reynad pays me a little bit of money. Oh, sorry, I didn't finish my thought. So in 2015, I made like double or triple that. So somewhere in between, I think 2.5 times that. Like 35. Which, if you think about it, if that's all I did, that's not a lot of money. But thankfully, Twitch also employs me, so that combined is like a pretty reasonable salary. And I'm pretty open to talking about that too, because like I know a lot of people are very secretive about like salary stuff. It's like, oh my god, he gets paid this, and it's like, in our industry, we should be completely transparent with that kind of stuff because it only helps people establish better deals. Like the fact that teams want to continue to keep salary secret is just solely to help teams benefit, so that way they can underpay people as time goes on. And unfortunately, the industry is not ready for full transparency. I can completely understand why they do it. It's just right now is not the time to do it. 7, 10, 14, 18. If I attacked this last one, I would have lethal. I'm so bad. I am just so bad. Screw it, man. What am I doing? Why am I thinking so much? I have only one direction to hit. Frodan, blink twice if he's keeping you imprisoned. I'm not blinking twice, that's just how my eyes naturally are. He banned my warrior in qualifiers because I was playing monkey. Who is he? Your final opponent? Is there a reason why Hearthstone attracts the crazies like Applejack, Masan, and Reynad? Dude, I have no clue what happened with the Applejack thing. That thing was so weird. Like, I met Applejack at BlizzCon 2014. Dude's super ripped, super like charismatic and very fun. Like, he makes a lot of really good jokes. He's pretty good looking. He's super ripped. You know, he was very active and like he was like very friendly, like willing to go do anything. If you want to go eat, if you want to go party, if you want to go drink, he was down for all of it. And all of a sudden, he just comes out and like starts throwing out racist comments and stuff, and just like pretending like he's about to die from like dehydration or something. With I don't know, it was so crazy. I was really sad when that happened because I really liked his stream. In a lot of ways, I think Applejack and I are very similar streamers, where it's like we care way more about the interaction than actually like winning our Hearthstone game. It's definitely a second priority. What's happening with Firebat? I talked about Firebat a lot. For Temple Storm, I have no idea. I think Reynad is probably interested in Firebat if I have to be if I have to make a prediction, but my guess is that another team has offered Firebat something, and he'll probably just take one of those options. I kind of want to keep Shredder, because it's just so hard for Drew to remove efficiently, but I have so many weapons, I need to pick one of them early up. Frodan just wants some monkey action on stream. That's right, man. I'm kinky. Reynad X Firebat. I ship it. For show. Both of you are. Kappa Pride. Dude, he's one of those guys where it's like, he was wearing the army vest thing, and he had like a really flat haircut, kind of like a very spiked haircut, but a little bit flat, and I swear it was like a Guile cosplay. Which is just like awesome, man. It was like I was kind of afraid he just like randomly flip kicked me because he was in the army, and he's like super duper ripped. Like he had veins coming out of his biceps and stuff. It was just like, "Rrr!" And like the way he shakes your hand feels like, you know, that moment in Predator where Arnold Schwarzenegger like did the high five, where he's like, "Dylan, you son of a bitch," and then like grabs his hand, and then someone made a video where like the world exploded. It was kind of like that, man. He has a really firm grip. I like it, man. Frodan, you're high? I wish, dude. I wish. I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna be hero powering on turn 2 at this rate. So. Play Guile's theme as a tribute. That's probably the only song that I'll play on stream. Just because I don't want music to kind of impose on you guys here. Surely Temple Storm is in a good spot to sign Firebat, though. Cloud9 are mainly EU, Liquid to have a full roster. I mean, we kind of have like a full-ish roster as well. The thing is, like, my big concern is if we sign Firebat, I don't know if we can split the attention the way that's really deserving of it. We'll have to probably sacrifice someone else, because we still have Gara, and believe it or not, Hype still plays Hearthstone. We have Reynad, and, you know, Eloise, and Just Saying, and, you know, and then there's like throw in the fact that me and Rekful get invited to Sea Story Cup, and it's like, You know, how often are you really going to be expecting these things? I don't know. How good is it to coin Deathbite out here? It's pretty good, because I'll be able to answer almost any 4-drop. So I'm just going to do it. Why do you think fighting fame scene? Fighting game scene hasn't taken off like other esports? I was a huge part of Twitch when Twitch was smaller. Yeah, like, the thing about the FGC is that they really like being super authentic and real. You know, they like being themselves. They don't want to like, you know, they don't want to like sell out and be like, yeah, this whole esports thing is not really for me. So, so if I attack, on average, it becomes like a 2-1. So that allows him to kill this. So I think it's better to attack and evaluate. There's also a valid point of waiting, like playing this, hold down to the weapon, and cleave next turn, but I really don't want to play like Cold Light Oracle early on. The only reason why I picked this was because I felt like sometimes I would just draw like really awkwardly, so I need this to like dig in deeper into the deck. Because I want to play this next turn. Frodan, on a scale of 1 to 10, how ticklish would you say you are? I would probably say like an 8.5. I get really like ticklish and jonesy, so don't actually like mess with me, please. Gara's an insanely good player. I agree. Like, if the 3 most underrated players in Hearthstone. All right, let's go ahead. Actually, the list is pretty big. I'm gonna go say 5. The 5 most underrated, and when I say underrated, it means that people think they're a lot worse than they are, or forgotten. Alright, I'm just gonna play the removal game here. No Weaperinos. One of them is Gara. I'm not saying he's number 1, but he's definitely one of them. I would say RDU. RDU is very underrated as well. People think that he's a lot worse than he is. 3 would be... See, okay, I'm trying to think of a couple of other players, but like they've been ranked at top 10 by other people, so it's not necessarily the case here. Muko's not too bad. If I get board control, I'm just gonna develop the Deathbite. I don't want to give this up for free, that's why. Like, plus this will answer almost any 8-drop. Another one is Trump. I think Trump is really underrated. I think a lot of people are like always dumping on Trump because of his explosive chat plays or his 0-3 arena when he predicted 12. Ecop's also a big one. Everyone's saying Ecop. That's a very good one. Ecop is very underrated player, but he's also a clown. 5. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna trade everything. I know I don't need to trade this in, but it feels bad because I need the Scarab to do something. I also can just do this and wait. Nah. Oh crap, I wasn't paying attention to how much life I have. Whoops. Well, I think it's a little too late. I kind of don't want to play this. It's much weaker. I can play this in the following turns. But if he has swipe, I die. Yeah, I should have probably just played safer. Oops. Well, so Trump, and then one more player that I want to pull out. Because I really like recognizing people who are underrated. It's going to be really homerish if I pick Reynad, right? Like, that Reynad's an underrated player. Yeah, it's probably too homerish to say that. I'm actually kind of in a weird spot right now. I definitely want to kill this. This is... If I play Mukla, he has 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 damage, and I'll be at 10.
My eyes are open.
He can block 1, he'll probably kill that, trade the other.
Battle detected.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll be at 10. This should hypothetically be okay. I like need more minion threats. Laughing is underrated as well. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of underrated players. Overrated players are probably like Kalento. Not that. Okay, so when I say overrated, it means that they're not as good as what everyone thinks to be, like as what they boast. So I would say Kalento, because Kalento is often touted as like the best player or something, when I feel like he's definitely a very, very, very good player, but a lot of times people put too much burden on their shoulders to like do everything correctly. So there's that. Oh, Amaz is underrated too. Amaz is a pretty good player. Definitely underrated in my book.
Battle commencing.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this and then pass. I like living on the edge, guys. Kalento's definitely a top 10 player in the world, but people put him at like top 1 guaranteed a lot, especially in China. People really rate Kalento as like the best. So I would say that. And okay, so I also think Trump is overrated as well as underrated, so I'm putting Trump on both lists there. Another overrated player would be probably Tiddler. Like, people really, when you won DreamHack, everyone's like, oh, Tiddler's like the best player in the world, and I think Tiddler's like a really cool deck builder, but I think he's not like as strong in the play execution as you might consider. He also made some really bad misplays in the Chinese tournament recently. Like, it was flat out like really bad. That's what Eloise told me. She showed me a VOD. I feel like I'm really like being mean on some people though. Like, I'll stop it at 3. So we'll say 3 overrated players. Someone said Strife Crow. I don't know, man. Strife Crow is like a strong player for sure, but I think he really thrives at the beginning of an expansion set. So that doesn't mean he's overrated. It means that he's just stronger at a different time period within the content cycle. Life Coach is overrated as well. I mean, depends on where people usually rank him. Do you consider Life Coach one of the best players and top 10 players in the world? Because that's kind of where people sit him right now, like between 7 to 5. And if so, I think that's properly where he sits. He's definitely one of the most impressive players, in my opinion. Kibler is an underrated player. Yeah, he is. I agree on that. We're just gonna go ahead. You can name players, and I'll just say underrated, overrated, or evaluated correctly. We can go ahead and do this. It's Talkstone after all, right?
Battle detected.
Show me the mustard. Strifecrow's overrated. Disagree. I think he's right, properly rated. Ugliest is 6-0. What? Feels bad, man. Zalay is underrated for sure. Just saying, definitely underrated. VLPS, definitely underrated. Crip is in the category of underrated and overrated at the same time. At least in my book. I want to keep this Toad. I think I'm willing to trade this, too. Just because huge Toad means I have to trade... I don't want to gamble on this 50-50. I guess I can. If I hit the 50-50... No, I'm just going to keep the Toad. Who's the most overrated Tempo Storm player? I don't think anybody. I guess when you say the most overrated player, it has to be Reynad, because and I think the person who does overrate Reynad the most is Reynad. But I just have to pick one. But I think everyone overall is underrated, because people always think Reynad's kind of bad because, you know, because 29 for sure. But it's not like that. Man, I wish I had you last turn, Fierce Monkey. You would have been so awesome. This is slightly more damage on the board. Fired? No, shut up. LoE's is definitely underrated. Sivka is about appropriate. He's a very good player. Dog is slightly underrated for sure. People kind of like don't expect Dog to win tournaments, but he's definitely capable of doing it. I think Dog's biggest problem is that he doesn't bring the best decks all the time. Tice is slightly overrated, in my opinion. I think Tice is very, 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 very good. Top 5 in the world guaranteed, top 3 maybe. But he's slightly overrated. What about Frodan? Way overrated, man. Frodan's like the worst.
Reporting for duty.
I'm gonna kill this so I can get a chance to kill this immediately. Boom.
Well played.
Kinda wanna kill this. I kinda also wanna hit face. I'm just gonna pick up the easy trade though. Artosis! Tosis is a great caster, like perfectly evaluated as him. Firebat is underrated. Oh my god, I can't believe people don't really think Firebat was the best player last year. And it's not because I'm trying to recruit him on Temple Storm, I swear, there's nothing related to that. I posted about this blog of him being the player of the year way before he left Archon. And when I mean way before, I mean like a month ago. Alright, so he has a lot of cards, so we're clearly not going to outcard him.
What now?
I kind of want to do this into Deathbite, because Deathbite's more reliable.
Well played.
Okay. Let's go, don't fail me now. Oh, it's Noble Sack. Okay, wait, but I have a 50% chance to miss it and hit this! Why? What? Ah. Why?
That was a mistake.
Poor K. Wait, why is this 3 attack? Oh, this is a Murloc. Son of a gun. I just don't want him to have an easy way to kill this this Bloodsail Raider. Oh, Smart. Who are your top 3 players? Right now, I would say Firebat, Tice, and a very, very close tie between Purple and Osaka. In terms of just like how they did it last year. And I think it's too early to determine anything else. I could Gore Howl, but I also can try to go for Ogre War Maul. Let's go, baby. Why are you the way you are? Bouncing Blade's not very good when I have all these small minions. Charge. Oh, charge reasonable here. Acolyte gives me more cards, though. Charge can help me trade and trade, but... Ogre War Maul was just 8 damage to the face! Alright. Just gonna go ahead and do this. We're sad, boys. Show's underrated player for sure. He's a really good control player. People don't really talk. Crip is like in that underrated, overrated category. He's really good at certain things and not very good at others. Okay. All right, Gorehowl, I'm gonna need you to pull some heavy duty. Why are you well playing me, man? What did I ever do to you to deserve that? Kind of want to just hit face. Because he has to trade into this Frothy Berserker. Probably do it in this way. That gives me a chance to do something else. Oh, yes! Thank you. I'm really appreciative of that. Chalky, underrated. Admirable as a player is definitely underrated. Kit Kats is like slightly overrated. He's like, he's the warrior god. And it's like, oh, really? Oh, really? Dude, if you don't have another taunt, I win next turn. He probably has Tyrion, doesn't he? I'm going for it, man. I don't care. It's not. We're not playing really 110. I'm going face. Hot form is. I think hot form is slightly overrated. I don't think he was the second best player at BlizzCon, but getting second place is really good still. And you know what? It's like really awesome that he was able to bust out.
Well
But
played.
I don't think hot form's like when you look at the rank like you finishes. I don't think he was the second best player. Okay, so he's saying well played. Is this another noble sacrifice? Is this eye for an eye? Is this a taunt? Let's go, baby. One time, one time. He's bluffing me. There's no way! There's no way he has noble sacrifice number 2. He drafted 2 noble sacrifices. Alright. Hafu is appropriately rated. She is, in my opinion, the best arena player in the league. So, I think that's properly rated. Just saying, it's definitely an underrated player. Amaz is definitely underrated. Two Beers is like, I mean, people don't really know anything about him, so if there's a player that's like obscure and they're like good at Hearthstone to ever top 8 at a tournament that was hard, then they're certainly underrated. So that includes everyone's asking about like Two Beers and Vortex and some other people, Super JJ. Like, yeah, they're all fantastic players that are pretty underrated. Yeah, Thien.
Yeah.
He is an underrated marketer. How about that?
Victory.
How many wins does Hafu average? Like, probably above 7 somehow. Ratsma is probably appropriately, like, right there. He's, like, on target. Right there. He's... I don't think he's, like, underrated because people give him a lot of praise as arena, but at the same time, he also gets flack for, like, you know, not getting enough wins, so... But, you know, people always think, like, he's, like, the god of arena, which is... I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think, like, Merps and Hafu are slightly better than him. And the difference is just very minimal. It's about some deck choices and philosophies. Yeah. People who qualified from the European regionals this past weekend are all underrated. As well as Mr. Yogut. Yeah, Neobility is a good player, for sure. You know what I really found out was interesting? Neobility, and you might see him on other people's streams, he doesn't stream himself. He was, like, number 3 or something in NA points last year, solely from ladder. And he was also the number 1 arena player in NA as well, in terms of, like, win percentage over game volumes. So, like, not only was he, like, super good at constructed and, like, laddering to the top, but he was also the highest win percentage, I think, in arena, given a certain, like, game volume, which is, like, very, very legitimate. He was, like, over Hafu and Merps and all of them. But, yeah, so it was, like, super insane. I can't believe that one guy topped both ladders simultaneously.
Wanted.
How good is the average pleb from Twitch chat? I thought that was literally the same. Average pleb and Twitch chat. I have so many weapons. I'm just gonna start hitting face. This is 8, 14, 21, 25. If I hit over the course of 6 turns non-stop, I'm just gonna kill him. Noxious is... I don't know, like, people kind of consider Noxious, like, there's like 2 groups. People who think Noxious is, like, really bad, and people who think Noxious is, like, really good, but just, it gets nervous on stream and doesn't, like, try hard or something like that. And I think it's kind of a mix of both. I think Noxious is definitely capable of playing pretty well, but I think he also doesn't really assert himself to learn the small nuances of stuff. He'd just rather play, like, Randu and Rin, JJ. Yeah, just play your Dr. Balanced. Yeah, you know, like that kind of stream. Which is totally fun. I like Noxious stream a lot. It's pretty entertaining, man. Do I want to play? Okay, so here's the thing. I have so many weapons that I actually like really want to play a weapon every single turn, but I think this is the turn for Stranglethorn. So I'm just gonna go Stranglethorn. So I can play this next turn. Kalento is slightly overrated just because, like, he like every other player is caught by variance, but everyone always thinks like, oh yeah, Kalento's like the best player of the year, and he does have some really good results. Kalento's fantastic, but not always in the way that you think. I kind of want to like go ham. Let's see. This is 8 damage. If I can do that twice, like say I hit 5 and 8 twice, so it's 16. I kind of want to just play Deadly Shot.
Whoops.
You know what? I need to hit with weapons. I don't know. Like minions, it's kind of like weapons too. So. Dr. Hippie super underrated. I mean, I think a lot of the players that qualified are pretty good. Forsen's definitely an underrated player because people just look at his misplays with Gormok and stuff and just like, lol, how do you misplay with them? But oh wow, almost messed up there. Face Warrior is my favorite kind of warrior. The top 3 jerks in the Hearthstone community. Reynad for sure. He's definitely like a jerk sometimes, but I mean, he's also one of the sweethearts. He's like polar opposites. Sometimes he's super sweet, sometimes he's just kind of a jerk. Who else is the jerk? Not really. Like no one like deliberately kind of acts out in a way as like as a way to like bully others. Eye for an eye? I knew it. I knew it. Just something inside of me screamed, this is it. This is the eye for an eye. I should actually probably play this, because if he oozes this, it actually weakens my board more. But I don't think that's relevant at all. I'm just playing Face Warrior at this point.
Well played.
Someone asked like earlier what was the worst mistake I've ever seen in misplays. I think it was probably the RDU Kungan match. It was like the handlock mirrors where they were playing Leroy and stuff. And it was so next level that it was confusing me. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess of course you play Leroy here. It'll make sense. And it was just like stupid Clown Fiesta moments back to back to back. So. Yeah. Brackful is definitely an underrated player for sure. People kind of like see him as like a clowny guy. Like, yeah. Boom. Weapon Warrior. It's not 12-0, but we can go to 12-1. TFW when Frodan ignores you. I gotta scroll up, man. Stealth. Pulse. Didn't Sane also get tons of points last year through ladder alone? Yeah, a lot of people did, man. And that's the whole point of, like, the Hearthstone Championship Tour. I think a lot of people, like... Again, this is something that I said about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, and I'll just say it one more time. But Blizzard intends their World Championship to be an open circuit for unknowns to make it through. People want like a perfect format of like Swiss with 10,000 people and like 150 games played per player, you know, that kind of thing. And of course I'm exaggerating. No one really wants all that, but they want more skill defining stuff so the best players win. But Blizzard likes that an open player can prove himself because regardless of what you think, if you win like BlizzCon, it's not 100% luck. There's just no way. You have to win so many games. There has to be an element of some skill. Maybe he's not the best of the best, the best of the best, but he's definitely like a pretty damn good player. I'm actually like pretty tempted to keep this on turn 2. Let's try it. I do have a handful of 2-drops, but I kind of want to try this as well. So the reason why is because by doing that, they give also an opportunity for open ecosystems to exist. Like, say for example, Blizzard did do that big tournament open thing. Then, you know, there's no need for like One Nation of Gamers to do their open the way they do, or for DreamHack to do their Swiss. Then DreamHack Swiss becomes a lot less significant.
It's getting hot in here.
Snipe! Boom!
Battle
How you like me now, Paladin? I want a format that showcases both deck deck building and play skill, not who's luckiest with Secret Paladin. Yep, that's completely fair. One of the things about Blizzard's format is you can dramatically improve it if you improve the balance portion of it. Like, make sure that the people who are playing are actually the best players. Just gonna go ahead and do this. I think you can argue that maybe I should have played Core Chrome, but I don't want to take that damage for Consecration. So. What do you think defines skill in Hearthstone? It's a combination of perfect execution, deck building, reads on opponents, and like, I guess just like your overall ability to understand the metagame. So that's probably a good mixture of it. Kind of want to just play Frothing and go a little bit crazy.
Battle commencing.
Do you think Nostam and Naviu are over under? I mean, they're both underrated guys because people don't really know much about them, so that's kind of it. How did you get so many weapons? Dude, I kind of regret taking this Cursed Blade now because I have like 7 weapons and I'd much rather have... I think it was like Cogmaster was another choice or something. It was like something pretty bad. I want to go ham. Let's do it. This is 12 to the face. Hell yeah, let's go. Don't you love it when it's like, in Arena, they're like, no, you have to play for board, and you just go face every time, and it works? It's so great. Who's the best player currently? In my opinion, it's Firebat. Upcoming tournament you're most excited about? Probably just the Winter Championships in general, because you get to see the conclusion of the season, and it's just great. Other than that, I'm always really excited for the Team Brawl. Okay, you know, this is the funny moment where Cursed Blade's actually really good. Helps me get that extra 2 damage. Boom. What debates did I miss in the last 30 minutes? About an hour ago, I had a really long debate about formats and standard and wild and like Blizzard's formatting stuff and whether or not it rewards skill versus like keeping it too open versus invitationals and how the same players get invited. It was a very long debate back and forth. I also discussed why I BM every European player in existence.